According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, a bridge is a structure carrying a pathway or a roadway over a depression or obstacle, like rivers, lakes, big volumes of water between others. There are several types of bridges, like arch bridge, cable-stayed bridge, suspension bridge, truss bridge, between many other types. Arch bridges works transferring its weight and the loads on it partially into a horizontal force. An example of an arch bridge is the Solkan Bridge in Slovenia, which is famous for being the world's largest arch bridge made of worked stone. In fact, for each arch they needed 4,553 stones. The cable-stayed bridge works with one or more towers and pylons with cables attached to it or them that supports the bridge's deck. An example of a cable-stayed bridge is the Vasco da Gama Bridge, located in Lisbon, Portugal. It is the longest in Europe and one of the longest of its type on the world. It has a total length of 17.2 km and it's made of reinforced concrete with a main deck of two central pylons in the shape of an H, which are 155 meters away from themselves. The suspension bridge is the one where the deck is hanging from suspension cables. An example of this type of bridge is the Golden Gate Bridge, located in California, United States of America. It is made of steel and concrete, and its deck is hanging from steel suspension cables attached to two towers of 227 meters high. The truss bridge is made from a structure composed of triangular units, which are connected creating nodes. This type of structure works on compression and tension. An example of this type of bridge is the Eisner's deck, located in Frankfurt. Optically, the bridge is a suspension bridge, but actually it is a truss bridge, held together with thousands of ribbons. The benefits a bridge can provide is to connect on a more straight way two separate places. For example, we have a city, and in the middle of it there is a huge lake. You can be in one side of it, wanting to be on the other side, that is right in front of you. But if you don't have a bridge, then you have to make an enormous way. This reduces not only the time of traveling, but also its cost. Without mention that they facilitate the exchange of cultures, ideas, and even things. These benefits are for everybody, from the regular people that can live separate from their jobs and communicate using the bridge, to the big companies that reduces costs. For example, the Vasco da Gama Bridge was constructed to open a second north-south corridor and to be a part of a new road corridor to Spain. It also helps to reduce the traffic congestion in the capital. The Solkan Bridge, Slovenia, was constructed because of the need for an additional railway connection of Vienna, capital of the empire, to Trieste, main port of the empire. And the Eisenstadt, Frankfurt, was constructed to make communication between Frankfurt and the Sachsenhausen considerably easier, because the only other way to cross the river was the Alterbrück, a previous bridge, which was getting increasing traffic. Now, after talking about all these different types of bridges constructed in various separate times, I want to talk to you about the Millennium Bridge, or Ponte do Milenio, located in Galicia, Spain. But first, you should know a little bit of the bridge's history of the city. Orense was developed around the Minho River. That's why there has been constructed several bridges in the Roman, medieval, and present. In Roman times, century first after Christ, a bridge was built within a branch road, the Via Nova 18. Its name was the Roman Bridge, Old Bridge, or Major Bridge. After the Roman times, Orense continued being an important city because of the bridge on the Minho River, and this strategic position made the city an important commercial core since the medieval times. On the 12th century, this Roman bridge from the Augusta times was rebuilt. This is when it gets its current size. On 1918, under the design of the engineer Martín Díaz de Venda, the construction of the new bridge is ended. The bridge consisted of 7 stone arches with a metallic section. This was the second bridge constructed in the city, and it was especially for the car traffic because the Roman bridge wasn't suitable for this. In 1958, a concrete viaduct is constructed because of the need for a railway connection to the southeast of Galicia. In 1971, the newest bridge is open to traffic to reduce the traffic congestion of the new bridge. In 1997, the construction of another bridge is approved. A year later, the old bridge is closed, and in 1999, the Millennium Bridge construction started. Finally, the fifth bridge in Orense is constructed, the Millennium Bridge. It was designed by the architect Álvaro Varela and the engineer Juan Calvo. It is made of concrete and steel. It is constructed on 2 levels. The lower is a concrete deck that connects the banks of the river. It is 23 meters wide by 275 meters long. This level constitutes a cable-stayed bridge, where 2 steel and inclined pylons located at its ends supports a cable system. The second level is a footbridge, which goes from the access level, decreases slightly, and after a turning point it begins to go up, until it reaches 20 meters high, using for this 100 steps. At that point, the view of the Miño River is amazing. This footbridge, because of its lightness, is supported on the structure of the bridge. It is open to traffic on 2001, and it highlights because of its vanguard design and its structural system. These 2 components make this bridge a symbol of progress of the city. It is not only a great architecture and engineering work, but also an urban upgrading because it made better the access and exits of the city. It substitutes the old bridge that supported the high intensity of traffic. It also reaches the highest environmental and urban integration and the unique environment of the Rio Miño and improves the permeability and mobility between both sides of the city.